Ana Moore, novamente, conversando conosco aqui do blog Barack Obama, presidente Blogspot. Ana Moore, Barack recentemente disse que Estados Unidos deixou de exercer uma disputa no mundo, né, de mentes e corações através de ideias. Realmente a administração de Bush realmente foi muito desastrosa nesse sentido. Em inglês, qual que é a sua opinião sobre isso?
I think that Barack Obama is completely correct in saying that. Anyone who's lived outside of the United States, as I have, I'm living now in Brazil, realizes the extent to which Bush has affected an image that was already tainted in many ways of the United States, but really has been a disaster for the image of the United States, and not to mention a disaster in the most humanitarian sense of all, which is the disaster of the Iraq War, which has killed so many people for such a absolutely inexistent cause. And I think that Barack Obama has been very brave in the way that he has confronted the whole issue of patriotism and all of those those catchwords that are thrown out there by the Bush administration in order to cut off any hope of another path or a more diplomatic solution to world crises. He's been presented most recently many times, and I think it's going to be an Achilles heel in the election, as innocent, naive, because of comments he made about negotiating with Iran, with Syria. And I hope that doesn't, in the end, bring him down, because in the United States you need to be elected by half of the voting population, not half of the population, because the population as a whole that can vote does not vote, so it's half of the voting population. Many times the voting population can be conservative and take those comments as an indication that that the United States is going to lose prestige and strength in the world, and I think that has been a very important, unfortunately, a very important aspect of his self-image in the United States, and people are afraid of losing that. So I think that could be a problem for him, but on the other hand, for me, it's been a very important part of his message, and for the most part, I agree, and I think that when he's president and working on the ground, he'll be able to, much better than any of the other candidates, nuance conversations, because we've already seen that in his electoral campaign as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome.